your girl Nat Martin. It's Coach Nat Martin, the Resiliency Queen. I am here. It is Momentum Mondays. Let me tell you guys, today is September 1st. So September 1st is a phenomenal day because it starts the month of September. It also starts my birthday month, but it also starts the downhill slope towards going towards 2026. And a lot of people have been trending that have been talking about the great lock-in. And some people may have never heard of the great lock-in. Some people don't know what that is. So the great lock-in is when September 1st up into December 31st, you lock in. You lock in on your goals. Once we start getting towards that November, December timeframe, that's when everybody's going to start thinking about their goals and thinking about the new year. But what if I told you that today can actually be your new year? Meaning today you can start whatever you want to start. You can do whatever it is that you want to do. You can begin anything that you would like. You don't have to wait until a set time of year. You don't have to wait until everybody's doing something. You really don't have to participate in the great lock in, right? And I put air quotes because everything that's trending right now is what I teach. It's what I do. And it's what I've been trying to hound a lot of people that's connected to me to do. So I'm going to break it down into tangible, like digestible concepts because sometimes people think of things and they're like, oh, I'm just going to do it. And I don't like to see people fail. Failing is the equation to success. But if you can prepare yourself or if you can get some tools and resources that can help you where you may not have to fall straight flat on your face, you're going to go through some obstacles and some adversity. However, let me give you some tools. So we're going to get into it. This is what I do and this is what I do best. This is what I get excited about. I am a nerd when it comes to details and strategy and planning things out. That's why I do strategy calls and strategy sessions with people, and I get excited to hear people's ideas because I start every day. I literally write new business plans that I'm not going to ever do. But I swear, if people can come and get all of this stuff out of this notebook, and I promise you, you can make millions. So, how are we going to get it? We're going to start with thyself. Before you can start setting goals, before you can start doing anything, you have to know thyself. So if you don't know me, I am Nat Martin. I am a retired Master Sergeant, 20 years in the United States Air Force. I am a transformation coach and a resilience and leadership developer. One of the key things I do is I activate people and develop people in their personal and professional development. I honed in both because I realized in my 20 years in serving in the United States Air Force is that yes, I am a great leader, a damn good one to be exact. And I serve with a lot of great leaders. However, I realized that some things that happen in your personal life can affect your professional life. And sometimes you don't even realize that it's even bleeding over. So now that I'm retired and I'm in this entrepreneur world and I'm at it full time, I start to realize a lot of civilians and entrepreneurs that don't really understand the concept of leadership or leadership development. No fault to your own. However, if you've never been in a position where you were in like a corporate position, a military position, or in any type of supervisory position, then you just ain't never been in that position. That means that you have room to grow, like we all do. No one is higher than anyone. However, it's up to us to make sure that we take the chance. It's up to us to make sure that we say, yes, I need development. I need training. I need learning. I am a forever student. I literally, every quarter this year, I pretty much got a new certification. Some I've never even posted about. Some I've never even told anybody about because I stay reading. I have a library that is very intensive. I like to digest data because as long as I'm growing and going to the next level, it's feeding my body, my brain, my source. And so I want to help you guys get to the next level. So, one of the key things that we're going to talk about is overthinking. How many people overthink? I guess I do that by myself. Okay, cool. Not a problem. Overthinking. You don't have to admit it, but I'm going to just tell you a situation and you tell me if you resonate. If you ever had moments where you're feeling like you're overwhelmed and the thoughts are coming in faster than you can even think, or if you have a moment where you feel like you pretty much got things in order, but for some reason you just want to keep thinking about it and dwelling on it and not doing anything about it, that is overthinking, my friend. That is overthinking. So what happens is you overthink the situation and then nothing gets done. You overthink the situation and then you create a problem that you didn't have to begin with. You overthink the situation till you burn yourself out. How many people has resonated with that? How many people felt burned out, overwhelmed, frantic, stressed out because they're like, I just don't know. I think I'm doing it right. I don't know if I'm doing it right. And then you just get all the way stressed out. I got some tools and tips that I utilize whenever I start to feel myself get wound up, because sometimes you get in the hustle and bustle culture and you won't realize, well, I realize because I'm in tune with my nervous system. So when I start doing too much, my body will respond. My nervous system will start responding. I'll start getting tingling. If you get tingling feelings, or you start getting tense up in your shoulders, tensed up in like up here in your neck, that is your body telling you, I don't like this. Let's not do this. And that's also your body telling you that you need a break. And so our got to get it done spirits in this culture environment, we will push through. We will not stop. And so if you keep doing it, then next thing you know, you're going to crash out. You're going to be overwhelmed. You're going to be burned out. You're going to be stressed. And you know what really happens that I see that happen to a lot of people? And it happened to me before. You lose your momentum. You lose your motivation. You lose your drive. All the things that started you on your path as to why you started doing the thing that you're trying to do now. And so this is Momentum Mondays for a reason. It's Momentum Mondays because I want to start getting you guys back in momentum and getting you in your groove and getting you going on the very first day of the week. It doesn't matter if you're going into a job. It doesn't matter if you are a business owner. It doesn't matter if you're supervising people or you're not. I don't even care if you're a stay-at-home mom, because you still are a leader. I teach leadership development in a sense of you have to lead yourself before you can lead others, which means that you start leadership when you're a kid. So I work with the youth, I work with veterans, and I work with women. And I dial in on them because I respect leadership at all levels. I also am multidimensional where I can receive from all levels, whether someone has a hierarchy of power or position above me, whether it's a kid that's younger than me, I still respect and learn from everybody. So when you start to actually grow, you have to find out, where are you? Like where are you starting from? Because right now everybody wants to get their notepad and they want to write down goals. But where are you? Where are you starting from? What is your starting point? What is your starting point? And then I do a training which is about your why and your purpose. I go deep on the why because you need to know why you're even doing the thing you're doing. And I don't do surface level nothing. I don't do surface level whys. If I had a moment to tell you my story, you'd probably be like, oh my God, and you'd probably cry. But when I do my trainings, I share and I go deep with the people that's on my calls to let them know that your why, that you're telling yourself, is not deep enough. Because when you hear the traumatic life I have to live and had to endure, but I still get up and do this. I still get up and show. And the reason why is not because, oh, I want to do it for my family. Oh, I want to do it for my kids. Oh, I want to have generational wealth. That is not your why. That is not your why. I thought it was mine until I lost my sister to murder, until I lost my aunt to malpractice, until I lost my grandfather to cancer, until I lost my mother, till I lost my father, till I lost my stepmother, till I lost my brother, till I lost my friends and extended families. all the way up to about 40 people. And I just stopped counting. So if that is my why and they're all gone, why am I showing up? I don't have to, because I'll be honest with you, I don't want to half the time, but I have to do it because I found out that the why is surface level and people think that they're just gonna, oh, my kid, he's in college. I don't get up here on this call for my kid. I get up here on this call because I had to find out, who am I? What type of leader I am? And what is my God given purpose? What is my assignment? I realized that my assignment is that I'm truly here to heal the world and to heal people and help people. And I don't know if whoever is listening through these airways, I'm not sure if you are assigned to me. So I have to be obedient and get up and get to it, even when I don't want to. And I'm telling y'all, I don't be wanting to. I'm telling you, I don't want to, because I don't like to deal with a lot of energies, because I want to help you and you want to hurt you. I'm going to say it again. I want to help you and you want to hurt you. And I don't like it, because I care for our people more than they care about themselves. And so I have to create a vortex around me to protect my energy, to protect my space, to protect myself. But the real life superhero, she still shows up for duty because I have a mission. So when you find your purpose, and I'm going to talk in military terminology because that's how I speak and I'm not changing it because I know exactly who I am. You have to find your life's mission. You have to find out what is your course and where's your North Star and how are you going to get there. You're not about to find that all out tonight. So whoever just got stressed out, take a deep breath, because I felt the energy. You're not going to find it all out tonight. But these are the things that you have to be intentional on the path to learning to find out about yourself. Because the moment that you unlock it, I promise you, peace comes. And stress will come too. Yeah, stress will come too. I have peace, but I'm stressed when I'm not being obedient. I'm stressed when I'm not showing up. In transparent moment, I don't know if this thing is even working. I don't even know if I'm talking to myself, to be honest. For some reason, I done forgot how to use technology. Somewhere in this like dormant space, I done quantum leaped. And when I came back to this realm, I don't know how to use technology and stuff. So I don't know. We're gonna see if this is working. If y'all could hear the sound of my voice, put some comments in, put something in the comments, because I promise you, I might be just talking to myself. But I'm okay with that because I know that someone that needs to hear it will hear it. And I'm still going to do it. And that's the difference between me and a lot of people. Some people can't get online and talk to themselves. Some people can't get online and just pour into other people. This is my God given gift, my voice, my gift of magnetism, my gift of being an empath to feel on a level that people just cannot understand. So when I feel for people, I know how to heal them. And if I can't, I know how to lead them to the connecting people that need to do that. And so the let's go back to the overthinking so you guys can start winning. I want you to start going down the path of personal development. I want you to start really, because September 1st to December 31st is only like 122 days. I'm very analytical. I probably I'm probably 99% right. I think it's like 122 days, maybe 121. So you have to be very intentional, very, very, very intentional. So my background is military. 120 days. Let me tell you what can happen in 120 days. Typically in the Air Force, I can go deploy overseas and participate in a mission. And typically we do 180 days. So that means I can get a lot done in 120 days. So 120 days, when I say your world can change, your world can change. You can change your world in 30 days. Everything that I do everything in time increments. So I do things in 30 days. It's like 21 to 30. So I do things in 21 to 30 days. Then I do things in 60 to 90. And then I do a full 180. And so every season I'm transforming. I'm not only the transformation coach for others, I transform myself. Why and how? Because as you start to evolve and as you start to grow, you start to learn things about yourself that you're like, wait, why do I do that? I didn't even know I did that. So now you're working on something and then you're growing to another level. And when you go to other levels, you start to identify other things that you're either going to need to strengthen or things that you're going to have to work on that's not going to be beneficial for you for that level. So I had to keep growing. And as you keep growing and evolving, you have to be very intentional. So 120 days, you have to break it down in increments. I seen some people posting today like, okay, I'm going to start working out. I'm going to start reading. This great lock-in, because that's what y'all call it. I'm going to call it different. I break things down into segments. So for me, if you guys want to rock with your girl and connect with me, I have the 30-day confidence comeback. The 30-day confidence comeback is going to be your jump start because you can't just get up on a track and start running. If you're over 30 and over 40, it's just not happening for you. You're not about to just get up and get to it. Now, I do stuff like that because I'm crazy. I'm an athlete at heart, but then I'll be in a tub and hurting. So you got to prepare yourself. So the 30-day confidence comeback is to prepare yourself, meaning that you didn't do what you said you were going to do because that goal would have already been done. So that tells me that something came along the way to stop you, a setback, an adversity, self doubt, fear, limiting beliefs. Any of those things were things that probably came up and stopped you because 99% of the time when people say, oh no, I could have did it if I just didn't want to, I put it to the side. Those are excuses and lies that you're telling yourself. And I am a no nonsense type person. And I know I come off kind of harsh to people, but I am not the type of coach that wants to hear the no nonsense stuff because I don't believe in lying to yourself. I don't even lie to myself. So I don't even allow my child to lie to me. So if I don't lie to myself, I can't be around you or connected to you and allow you to lie to yourself. You have to face yourself. You have to face yourself. My friends know that I face myself, I face my demons, I face every inaccuracy and flaw that I have. And when I face it, I go to war with it because I want to know, why do I do that? I know that's a bad habit. So why do I do that? Let's get to the root cause. That's why I go get different training and skill sets to unblock and unlock to heal so I can grow. Because there's things that's going to happen in your subconscious that you have no control over. And I'll give you an example. What is something that you do and you're like, dang, I do that every time, but you're not intentionally doing it? Procrastination, waiting to the last minute, always late. Those are things that's in your subconscious that if you do not mindset shift and reprogram your mainframe, you will continually to do it. And you will continually get mad at yourself and make excuses. You either get mad and change it or you make excuses and stay the same. I don't like staying the same. I don't even like being around people that stay the same. That's why I constantly don't have a lot of people around me because they disgust me. Really. I don't like people that give excuses. So for me, I don't give myself excuses. I literally am very hard on myself. So I want you guys to know, be very hard on yourself because nobody's coming to save you. I don't know if you didn't know. No one's coming to save you. So you can lock in from September 1st to December 31st and go ahead and jet set and make your life better before the 2026 come, or you can do nothing and stay the same. And that 2026 is going to probably be the same or worse. And I don't like that type of life for nobody. I like, to do a thing, to get a thing, to be a thing. So everything that you do today will determine what is your outcome for tomorrow. So if you do nothing today, you're going to get nothing tomorrow. But if you do something today, you're going to get a return on whatever amount of effort, commitment, and dedication you put in. Because you can't put in mediocre and expect greatness, but you can put in some greatness and you're going to get greatness. Actually, you're going to get excellence. And so I need you guys to go ahead and mindset shift. So that's why I do the 30-day confidence comeback, meaning we got to get over whatever stopped you. We got to get over whatever came in your life and tried to knock you off. We got to get over it. We got to face it. We got to identify it. We got to go ahead and sit with it, release it. And I walk people through this. Every day in the 30-day confidence comeback, you get different prompts and activations. I don't know if you don't know what a transformation coach is. For me, my version of a transformation coach is I'm not a life coach. I'm not here to just talk about your life. You can go to therapy for that and they'll talk about your past. I'm here to get you to. I'm here to get you to the next level. I'm here to activate you so that you can get results. So, in order to do that, I do everything with movement base. That's why I do my mental health hikes. That's why you'll see me outside in nature, connecting to all of my elements to make sure that my entire body is responding to get the results that I need. So I need you guys to lock in, but I need you to look at it from a different perspective because I literally sat yesterday reminiscing and thinking if only life could have been different. And I'll tell you why. Yesterday was August 31st. August 31st, 2013. I was at the gym. I was lifting some heavy weight. I was taking some C4 and feeling the burn all through my body. I remember it like it's yesterday. I can't forget it. Why? Why can't I forget that day? I came in from the gym. My son was in Florida with his dad. I'm sitting here drinking my protein shake. And all of a sudden, I get a phone call. Honestly, I don't even remember who called me, but the phone call was the worst phone call I've ever got in my life. That phone call was to tell me that my sister was stabbed. I was living in Pennsylvania at the time, so I was about 6.5, 7 hours away. And I'm like, what? So I'm like, you know, we like get to my family. Where's my brother? Where's my aunt? Where's my grandmother? Like somebody get to somebody and tell me what's going on. So I start making my phone calls to people that I know and my friends, like, hey, I need you to get to wherever because I need to know what is going on. I sat on that couch and I was waiting for the phone to ring because here I am. I can't do anything. The moment that you realize that you're not as strong as you think you are and as powerful as you think you are, and that you're really helpless and can't even control the situation, the next phone call I got, now that phone call, it was my aunt, and I think my brother was with her. And that's when she said my sister was gone. I don't know what type of emotions went through my body, but I can tell you one thing. I had a moment where I blinked out, but within, I don't know how quick, I was in my car. I had a bag already packed, and I was driving to New Jersey. I think I went through all the stages of grief, probably in that whole drive. But then when I got there, I'm the no nonsense person. I don't have time for nonsense. I don't have time for excuses. I want answers and I want names and I want them now. And I went everywhere demanding that. And as we went through that process, I can sit here and tell you partly why I work with people that went through trauma is because I lived it. I'm certified in it, but I watched how trauma affected every person in my family. I watched how trauma and grief affected everybody differently. I watched how we all responded to it differently. I watched the time periods of how we all came back and started living life a little bit differently. I watched how some shut down and just stopped living. And I had a moment because I didn't have an option to stop living because I still was working in the United States Air Force. I still had to make sure my son was good. And I still was the POC of everything with my sister. And then I had another younger sister that I had to take care of. And my mother was in a hospital. And my father went into stage 4 cancer. So when I tell you guys I'm no nonsense, excuses is like assholes and everybody got them. So I literally don't accept it for myself because I know that life is too short. So I don't allow people to come into the vortex to connect with me to accept excuses. So when I tell that story is because when I sat there yesterday, I got irritated because I was looking at people's pages and I normally don't scroll. Unbeknownst, I know y'all probably think I'll be on social media. I don't. I don't scroll. I don't go to people's pages. I don't be in tune. Um, but I was scrolling yesterday and I realized there's a lot of people hurting. There's a lot of people lost. There's a lot of people waiting for tomorrow. And I told that story because guess what? My sister did not know that today was the day that she would be gone, right? She was going to the store. And the problem with why I can't let this go and will never is no justice was served. And I'm still working on things. Because this wasn't her fight. She didn't do anything wrong. They were looking for someone else. So when you have someone's life taken in violence and it's not even because they did anything, it's disturbing. But because of my teachings and my trainings, I know that it's spiritual. But it also teaches me to be grateful in the moment and grateful for the day. So every day that I wake up, I have to be intentional. I have to be purposeful. You have to live life on purpose and purpose for purpose. You can't get caught up in all of the foolishness. I know a lot of people don't connect to me. They don't understand me. They talk about me. They think I ain't got nothing. I got everything. I done been reborn multiple times and anointed with the oil. So I don't care about the physical beings of this world. I only care to do what I'm here to do. That is it. And I understood that her life may have been cut short because it activated different things in different people in my family. You have to understand that as you experience life, how you respond, how you interact, how you show up. When I tell people I live life because she can't. I live life because my brother, he can't. I live life because when they were here, or we lived life. We had great times and turned up all the time. So I want people to understand you don't have tomorrow. You got to get it done today. You got to work on your plans today. You got to lock in today. You don't have tomorrow. By grace of God, if you wake up tomorrow, that's a blessing. That's a gratitude. So we overlook the things that we always say, like, oh, we woke up, oh, this and that. That is a blessing. The lesson is in the blessing. I don't I don't wish none of that trauma or drama on nobody because to live with it, it's a hole in the heart that can never be filled. Never. It can never. And I'll tell you, that hole in the heart took my mother out. Heartbreak is real and it can kill. After my sister was murdered, I lost my mother 2.5 months later. She could not take it. Her health started failing drastically. Heartbreak can take you out. So, what do we do about it? We can't stop all the things happening in the world. It's not within our control. But what can we do within our control? I actually learned that I had heart problems. But when I went to go get an ultrasound, they kept saying nothing was wrong. I had a lot of health problems. And what I've learned in my studies is that your body is connected also to your emotions. And so you have to understand that when certain things in your body start manifesting pain, when it start manifesting inflammation, when it start manifesting different things, you have to start to sit with it and learn. If you don't know, I'm a holistic coach. I'm also Reiki certified. So it's like you have to start knowing yourself. I know that I can't eat certain things. I can't be around certain things. My body, my spirit, my aura just would not allow it. But how do I know that? It's because I had to sit still. I had to get focused. I had to work on me before I start working on anything else. I had to sit down. I had to shut my business down. for over a year, might have been a little longer. Nobody even knew because I had to get well. And even in the getting well, it's always going to be something that comes around. So you always, but if you're not operating in a healthy stance, you have no room to fight. When I got sick this year and I was in a hospital, I was grateful that I eat a certain way. I was grateful that I was working out. I was grateful that I stayed active, that I my body had a chance to fight. If my body was not in a condition that it was in, I probably would be gone. But because I conditioned myself and I wasn't working, I still have no gym membership. I haven't had a gym membership in over 9 years. So you don't need all the things that you think you need. You don't. I have no gym membership. I have no gym. I still stay active. And lately, I've been doing a lot of stretch classes and somatic stretching. I think that might be the next certification I get. But literally, I just need y'all to tap in. So know thyself, stop the overthinking. When overthinking comes up or surfaces up, one, well, two ways. One, always lead with gratitude. I told you all of that because the story ain't about me. And it's not about me trying to tell you my family business. I'm just trying to give you an example that life can hit really hard. And so, what are you doing with the life that you have now if you are not being intentional about it? If you are not showing up for yourself? Because me showing up for me healing things in me being able to tell that story without having to cry, that means I've been doing the work. I've been doing shadow work. Me healing me also heals my bloodline. Me healing me makes sure that my son and his children don't have to deal with something that I have probably had to deal with because it was in my bloodline. So I need you guys to understand it's bigger than you. It's bigger. When you find your why, you find your purpose, you get intentional, and you do the damn work every day. Not today, off tomorrow, every day. It's non-stop. That is a non-negotiable. I have this thing where I give I tell people put 3 boxes. When you start overthinking or you're trying to figure out what you need to do, 3 boxes. Must, nice to, and no. I must do this means it's non-negotiable. You have to. It's a necessity. Anything that affects your livelihood, meaning you need water, you need oxygen, you need those things to survive. So guess what? That is a must have. Nice to is a preference. It's more like, oh, I prefer that, but it's not a necessity. And a no is like, that's a deal breaker. You don't really need it, but a lot of us want to go to the things that's a no, and it'll derail the things that you must have. So must, nice, no. Must, nice, no. Must, you must have this, meaning, yes, you must work on your personal development. Yes, non negotiable. You have to. If you don't, it's going to bleed all over your business. It's going to bleed all over at work. They're going to say she or he is unbearable to work with. So you must work on yourself for your personal development to grow your professional development. Nice to have, we can have those occasionally, but not all the time. So nice to have. Nice to have for me, I have a lot of nice to have. Nice to have for me would be like I don't literally have to have this certain salad that I like. I can eat a Caesar salad, but it'd be nice if I can get the other one because it just got all the nooks and crannies and everything in it for me. That's kind of a nice to have. No means like absolutely not. Like you don't need that fried chicken. You don't need any fried foods. You don't need soda. You don't need alcohol. You don't need any of that, but you want it. So you try to put that in the must, but those are not things that's going to be beneficial for your growth. So when you look at the box of the must haves is things that's going to enhance, add value. If it does not add value to your life, get rid of it. If it does not add any substance to grow you, growing your mind, growing your body in a healthy way, growing your bank account. If it ain't doing those three things, get rid of it. If it's in the no category, it's okay to be sad about it. You can grieve it. You like, we all have been doing things before where it's like, oh my God, I've been doing that for such a long time. I don't know if I'll be able to stop it. Well, guess what? Today is my 10th month of being sober. I didn't announce it. I didn't make it a public thing because it was my decision of my sacrifice to my God. And so I didn't realize it until I met someone that's struggling with it. And I shared my experience and I was able to help them, not even knowing that my decision was able to help somebody else when it was a personal decision. So some of those no's that's in that box, some of you got to let it go because it's not adding no value. It's not helping your health. And every day you're breathing heavy. You got congestion. Like, I don't like being around people like that. So I don't be around them. It doesn't mean I don't like you. I love everybody. I just don't like people that don't like themselves. So I I must be around people that care about their health. I must be around people that care about themselves. If you don't care about yourself, then I can't care about you more than you care about you. So I can't be around those people. So you have to start figuring out how much do you really care about you? Because we lie to ourselves. We'll say we want to do something, but then we don't do it. We'll say we want to get rich. Everybody want to be a millionaire, right? Everybody wants to be a millionaire, but nobody wants to do millionaire habits. Nobody wants to do the millionaire workload. Nobody wants to sit there and put in the sweat equity that it's going to take in the foundational building of doing that. I caution myself. I don't ask for things that I'm not ready for. I'm like, but I don't block my blessings. I don't say things that I'm not going to get. I have to make sure in this season, this is my goals. But I will be this, but it has to be a season. But guess what? In this season, I got to be doing everything that I need to do to get to this level so that I can become that at that level. If you're not doing anything, you'll never be that. And it'll be hoop dreams. You know how people always say, like, oh, I was supposed to be in the NBA. I was supposed to go to the NFL. Why didn't you? Oh, but my ankle, no, it's hoop dreams. You got hoop dreams. Don't have hoop dreams, especially when when there's options out here that you can change it. For me, my health is my wealth, where that became my priority because before I can go out here and hustle and bustle and lustle and do all the things, I got to be healthy. I got to be whole. I got to have my energy. And when I got out the hospital, nobody even knew. It took almost 2 months before I had sustained regular energy. It took a month before I even ate food. And I lost more weight. I lost a lot of weight. I wasn't eating because I could not keep food down. My body was rejecting it. It was not accepting it. So I only was drinking my meals. And even with that, I wasn't hungry. So I was juicing and juicing. And that's why every day I can eat watermelon and coconut and papaya and blueberries. And I literally just eat fruit every day, literally. And my body thrives off of it. So now it's a must have. I can't go a day without my fruit. I must have it because my body thrives off of it. My skin is clearer. Like, you have to know what is your must haves, what is the nice to haves, and what is the no's. So when you start overthinking, put that on a piece of paper and start writing whatever you stressing about, whatever the thoughts is coming up, whatever the limits and beliefs are, whatever the fear is, start putting them in the boxes. You got to categorize everything in boxes. Once you start categorizing everything, then it'll be so much clearer. It'd be so much clearer. And it's like weight comes off of you. So that's one of the tips I want you guys to do. Another thing that I'm gonna give you guys, because I'm not gonna be on here long, because again, I preserve my energy at all costs. Another thing I wanted to tell you guys is that if you are locking in for the great lock in, right? Don't do it by yourself. You cannot win the race by yourself. You cannot. I'll give you an example. Before I got sick, the beginning of the year, I was doing 75 hard. Again, extreme, right? This girl just be doing extreme stuff because that's what she does. Just look, let's do it. You cannot do that by yourself. I started learning different things that was struggles. The workouts wasn't the struggle, it was drinking water, a gallon of water a day. I was like literally like almost at midnight trying to force water down my throat. And I'm like, I did not know. And I don't drink soda and stuff. So all I drink is water. So I was like, what is going on here? So I had to sit with myself. I had to meditate on that. Why am I doing this? Why don't I want to drink the water? Like, because that's internal. So it's like, okay, we need to map it out. So I need to put time blocks. I time block my schedule. So I had to put time blocks on my water. By this time, I need to have this much water done. By this time, I need to have this much water done because I have a goal to reach. So it's like when you're doing your goals and you're working towards the thing that you're trying to do, sometimes you got to analyze, you got to identify, and then you have to pivot. It's okay to pivot. I hate when people start saying, oh my gosh, pivot. They act like it's giving up. It's not. You're analyzing and identifying that sometimes you might have to pivot. A pivot, I'm an athlete. I play basketball. You got the rock. Guess what? I ain't giving up. I'm not moving from this spot, but I might have to pivot over here, or I might have to pivot over here, and I can see a different vantage point because now I can go ahead and pass the rock somewhere else. So I look at life differently. So if you ain't never played sports or whatever, understand that a pivot is not you giving up. A pivot is not, oh my God, you're quitting. You have to sometimes analyze and look at the data and make sure, is this the move that I need to make? And so sometimes you might have to shut it all down. And that might be what needs to happen. But sometimes not all the time, you know? So another thing is you need to have accountability partner. You need to have a coach. I promise you guys, I'm not really selling myself, right? Because if you are assigned to me, if you are assigned to me, then you will reach your goals. Because when you assign to me, I make you sign a contract. And that contract's going to hold you accountable to do the things that you say that you want to do. I don't tell nobody what to do. Coaches are not supposed to tell you what to do. So if you have a coach that's telling you what to do, they're not a coach. I'm just a GPS. I'm a guide. I guide you and I can see things from a different vantage point to help you. And so I make you identify the things that you want to do for yourself. And then I hold you accountable. And that's when the master sergeant come into play. So I command you to show up as the best version of yourself because that's what you told me you want. So when people connect with me and want to work with me, I command you to do those things because I trust that you're telling me the truth of the things that you want for yourself. So I take it as a responsibility and a duty and an honor to make sure that you get it done. Blood, sweat, and tears. Okay. You can ask anybody that's ever worked for me, anybody that's served in the military. The job gets done. The job gets done. It ain't gonna always be cute. It ain't gonna always be cute. There may be some tears. There may be some long nights. There may be some frustrations. There may be some bumping of the heads. But because I know how to do conflict resolution, I'm okay with that. I'm built for the fight. I'm built for the fight because my goal is to make sure that you reach your goals and I'm going to reach my goals because my goal is to help as many people as I can until my time is done. So if you want to start the 30-day confidence comeback, because you got to build your confidence up. Everybody knows that when life hits you down, a setback, adversity, any type of thing that comes and forcibly stop you in your tracks from you going forward, it's going to knock you off your kilter. You're not going to be 100% confident. You're not going to be confident in self. You're going to feel like, dang, like you're going to feel, kind of off. And when you getting back up, you need small wins to build up your confidence so that you can get back out here and be that guy or be that girl. So we're going to do the 30-day confidence comeback. Y'all go ahead and DM me the word confidence if you down for the 30 days. And then I do have some people that's going to prolong it and do the 90-day afterwards, which is the 90-day sprint, because that's when we already knocked out all of the obstacles. We already knock out all the limits and beliefs. We do all of that in the 30-day comeback. We're going to knock out all the fears, all the doubts. When I tell you guys, I am who I am and who I say I am, and I show up as myself authentically, I'm going to show you how to become yourself, how to show up who you were crafted to be, because you can't be nobody else. When you try to be somebody else, it's not going to work. I'm going to help you meet yourself. Know thyself to grow thyself, to become and evolve thyself. So if y'all locking in with me, I'm excited. But if not, I want you to still book a call, book a discovery call with me or a reset call, because something in your life has called you to me. And I want to just have a conversation with you to see how I can still guide you, whether it's with me or not, to the person that you need. But I don't want anybody to stay stuck, stagnant, or broken, disgusted. Okay. Because it's 2025. You cannot be busted. Okay. So I need you to show up. I need you. You might say, you know what? She's too tough for me. I'm scared. That's okay. I might be. And that's probably 100% true. And I'm okay with that. But the heart is pure and the heart is gold. So I will make sure that you still get to the connection. That's why I network. Y'all see me out and about. I network at a high level because I'm not the person for everybody. And nor do I want to be the person for everybody. I promise you. But what I want is to help you get to your person. I want to help you connect with your person. I'm connected with so many different people, and we are all so different, all different personality types, all different types of deliveries. But at the end of the day, the goal is to become better, to grow yourself personally, to grow your business professionally, to grow everything that you desire for your God-given assignment, to create the legacy and do God's work on this earth while you're here. So y'all go ahead, hit me up with the word confidence. Again, if you're like, nah, I'm not trying to do no 30-day confidence comeback, but you are interested in 90 days, go ahead and send me drop a 90 in the chat. And if you like, girl, I'm just so confused, I don't know what I'm supposed to do, you can go ahead and just say you need to book a clarity call. You can go ahead and book the clarity call, discovery call. It's a free 20-minute call with me. I will help clear you up a little bit so that you can kind of figure out where it is that you want to go and what you need to do. And then this is the last thing, my ladies, all my ladies, I have a private community just for you. I have a private community where you get extra coaching with me, where you get extra time with me, and you get extra access with me. And in that coaching, I'm commanding every woman to show up in their purpose, for purpose, on purpose. I'm guiding you, I'm leading you, and I'm developing you. I done develop men and women in the military, but right now God got me assigned to women right now. So ladies, lock in. If you want to join the community, go ahead and drop command in the DM or in the comments below, and I'll get you connected, because it's some breakthroughs, it's some transformation that's about to happen in there. And I'm just so excited to see everything that's for everybody. So y'all be blessed. Y'all be great. Y'all be amazing. But y'all already know what I'm going to say. Always be resilient. It's your girl, Nat Martin. Your girl is out.